Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to Icewind Dale, and welcome back to our game of Rime of the Frostmaiden, the last session Rime of the Frostmaiden this year, as we are actually in winter now. I think if we time this right, if we haul ass, we can time it that we finish and bring summer back to Icewind Dale as summer returns to Japan. maybe, I'm not sure. We would have to really haul ass on that, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, an absolute pleasure to be here with everyone again. Thank you to have nice to see all of you people here already. Thank you, and nice to see you, Charlie and Baron Dragobone. Thank you for that subscription, Charlie. You're absolute legend. 6 months already. Wow, it's flown by. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. And to everyone else that's here already, thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to see you all. Dear Charlie Gaming, hopefully this is the very special Christmas episode where the heroes go out to the Ragged Glacier and rescue Christoph Kringle and his peppermint elves. No, it's not. Right, okay. But we will be hopefully giving you an interesting show to finish with here, if all goes well. Or if it goes very badly as well, that would be also very interesting. Now, before we jump into things here, a massive thank you to everyone who helped make our charity stream such a huge success, including all of my wonderful players. Thank you for your time and all of the fantastic partners that we had. I am in the process of tabulating all of those donations and figuring out who was the lucky winners of all of those fantastic prizes. Did I leave the donation bar there just to show off a little bit there? Yes, look at that. We finished, having extended to the stretch goal for the donations 3 times. We ended up with Shard Tabletop's generous matching of the first $1,000 at a grand total of $3,300 going to the American Red Cross this week to get on the front lines there and help out with everything and get into play hopefully before the Christmas time comes around and all the struggles that are happening over there. But yes, a massive thank you to the whole community. Absolutely wonderful. All of my players, our special guests, AJ Winters, Dead Aussie Gamer, Quincy's Tavern, was absolutely a joy to play with them all, and to have all of you wonderful people playing with us as well, as always, and for such a good cause. So thank you everyone who donated. An absolute joy to be able to give back and help out in any way we can. And yes, it was quite the ride. It was a great week. Especially that last day was pretty amazing. I did that Quincy's Tavern game in the morning, taught 7 classes, and then did the final session of the whole campaign in the evening, having had my second COVID shot the day before. It was great. It was a good time. I think the second COVID shot helped with the one-shot roulette madness. It was kind of lucid dreaming it, just going through. It was good. It was all good. It turned out to be a Barovian Beyond character's backstory when it all came to be said and done. So that was interesting. Let me give you some system noises here, folks. A little bring. There it is. As we see our players' beautiful faces instead. Sorry, lost share a little bit feisty there. There we go. Calm down. Okay, gotcha. So it's because you were low on your screen before, so I raised you up above the donation bar last week. Okay, so you lovely people, thank you for jumping in. It's lovely to see you all. Let us jump into things here. A massive thank you to Sirenscape. If you want to head over there to them, sirenscape.com, free 30-day trial. All of the wonderful sound effects and musics in your game as well. Other sources of music are also employed by Phoenix Uraki. Please head on over to any of our VODs on the YouTube channel to check out all the links to see just what is going on there. Here it is, along with our Twitter, if you want to follow on and see what is happening coming up into the new year, all the exciting things that we have going on. We are jumping right back here into Rime of the Frostmaiden, and we shall see just what is in store for our adventurers here as we do our recap and catch up with the players after this. welcome back. Now that we are back here in Icewind Dale, last time we left our bold adventurers, they had left the crashed spire of the Netherese city, the flying city that had crashed into the frozen wastes of Icewind Dale, and they had travelled due west almost, heading towards the small village of Caerconnig, where they have friends, and they wanted to see what was going on. And it would seem to be a shorter route than the one that was going looping round to East Haven, down to the south there. They were travelling through rather nasty conditions as a blizzard rolled in and made things very treacherous for their journey. And as they were nearing the lake and the headwaters of the lake that is on the edge of Caerconnig, they found the frozen river, and they think they were getting close. They saw lights which they assumed to be that of the village, but as they drew closer, they realized that these lights were in fact a hideous type of monster that dwells here in Icewind Dale, that called a Cold Light Walker, a human-looking figure wrapped in human clothes, humanoid clothes at least, and that strange beam of light exuding from their hooded faces as they emerged up out of the snow, summoning a massive snow golem to fight with them. They managed to dispatch of that and brought the fight to these hideous frozen monsters here in the ruins of some outlying buildings of Caerconnig, it seemed, as they were joined by a heroic figure vaulting over one of the ruined walls, and his rapier dashing out once, twice, thrice, moving in fast, killing the snow golem, or helping to kill the snow golem, and leaping to the aid of our adventurers here. One Peregrine Edmund Horatio Whitcomb. Thank you, DM Charlie, for this fun little addition to our game and your generous donation last week to get your NPC into the game. And it was a pleasure to play with them. Hey, Inksterfish, welcome in. And as we get back into this fight, let us quickly say hello to our players and jump right back into the thick of it. Who are you? Who are you playing, and where are they at, Shadove?
Chase. I am Shadow Lorndrow, Paladin of Vengeance, stuck in a snowy hell with my new friends and going on adventures. We just wandered upon this suspiciously creature-infested area, so we're taking them out.
But you got a new horse.
Yeah. Yes.
New toys. Who does?
Great.
Yes. We have the summon steed spell was first used, and this mighty looking warhorse, actually very friendly looking warhorse, apart from the barding and the armor there. It's a nice little smile on his face, right? Yeah. It's just a little smile at you as he just gores you with his hooves. Okay, moving on. Soyala, please.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and I play Soyala, the life cleric backseat, and I'm still perplexed on this whole undead business, if I'm supposed to be nice to them or if I'm not supposed to be nice. These ones are not being nice to me, so mixed messages here. But yeah, I'm interested to see what we'll find out from this, I guess, and interested to meet Kestrel and everyone else that we're heading up to meet.
Indeed. Tom, please.
Hi, I'm Josh. I played Toln. As you can see, he is standing next to a kind of submerged wall. That's where he is right now. Mentally, he doesn't like this very much. He doesn't like fighting so much. He prefers the beer and the negotiating part of the campaign, but unfortunately I enjoy the fighting, so Colin has to deal with it. Anyway, let's move on.
Thank you. Mame, Professor.
Hello, I'm Sabrina. I play Mame, the Gloomstalker Gallus Ranger, who's also an archaeological professor from Luskin University. Very happy to got all the professors now, and now we're in this situation with this fight. And I remember last time I was just thanking Soyala because I tripped and she helped me up, or she healed me up a little bit, I think.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Thank you. Okay, now as we get Tom in shot better there he is. Boop. Okay, so everyone, thank you very much. That brings us back to this desperate fight on the edge of Caerconnig, in the blizzard swirling around you. The it looks like quite a surreal experience because you've got these various sources of light here. You've got Shadow's flaming swords. You've got the cold light walkers with their beacons of light blazing from their hoods. You've got Toln's fiery spell rolling around up top there somewhere, and all of these lights just illuminate this whirling flurry of just snowflakes just twirling around this way and that all around you, and we jump back into this combat with these monsters. So, as we get things going here, top of the round is Professor Mame of Luskan University.
For the university.
University.
So, I see this right here. Also, because I tripped earlier, am I up or am I just ready to like?
You're okay. Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing I'll do is
Should I go next, by the way? Okay.
I'll move back, even
Okay.
if it does. Okay, I'll
There
move
would
back.
be there would be an attack of opportunity there.
I'll take it. I can take
Okay.
it. Maybe.
I can take it. Let's see. Slam. Dirty 20.
It hits.
That is 12 bludgeoning.
Wait, is my spell from last time still activated?
What was the spell?
I would like to
Thorn body.
Thorn body.
What was the duration on that?
1 round. All right.
One round.
Yeah. All right. I'll just take the 12 damage.
Well, I started, but I hadn't finished.
Okay.
That is-
Or maybe can I as a reaction can I activate the spell again?
Yeah, it's his reaction, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll cast it at second level,
Okay.
and so
That's a great
barrier
sound.
of spikes,
Sorry.
a magical force,
Spiny shield, right?
spiny shield.
Yes, it is. Yes, one reaction on yourself there. Yes, you may reduce the damage by 2d4. And that damage is dealt back to them.
Okay.
So what will be that 2d4?
It's 2 and 2,
4.
so 4.
Okay. So yes, you take 8 bludgeoning damage instead. But I'm afraid I still hadn't finished.
All right.
You take 10 cold damage as well. So a total of 18. And they take that 4 damage back as they batter against these magical spines that appear as the spirit of Humwood flows through you. Josh the pirate would be proud. The rattlesnake kid. Okay. Thank you. Anything else?
And with that, because it's my turn still, I will attack with my radiant longbow.
Oh, right. Go for it.
The first one is a 22.
Oh, by the way, that damage put this at blooded, which means it's half or less. 22 hits. So it's going to be even more blooded shortly. And Shadow, yours is too. By
And the
the
first one is 8 damage.
Nice.
And then I go in with a second shot for...
Pew pew.
Does a 9 hit?
It does not, I'm afraid.
Okay. So just 8 damage.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi everyone, I hope that your university professors were as badass as Mame. Which brings us to another badass. Shadow. In the name of
All right.
Bastet.
Most definitely. I'm gonna swing that flaming sword.
Go for it.
19
To hit? Yep.
and
that
a
hits.
22. So
All
it's-
right. So that's 2 attacks, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. So roll that both those damages.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
So there's no pluses to that? Must be pluses to that.
Yeah, there's pluses.
Okay.
Um,
It's a D10. Oh no, there isn't. It's
so
just a straight D10.
27.
Oh, what's that from? Oh, the fire?
Yeah, the fire, and I have them hunter marked. Plus
Nice.
the 2 regular attacks. So
Excellent. Okay, yeah, total of 27. Wow, okay, that's a huge hit. And hang on, was fire a problem? Oh no, it was a problem. It was a problem for the snow golem, but not for these guys. Okay, so massive hit there, 27, as your flaming sword cuts through, and that one is bloodied, as in on its last leg. Sorry, even worse. Which means it has 10 HP or less. Anything else?
Then the warhorse can figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also gonna.
You've still got
poop
the
it up
control of that.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember how to click on the names and things of the attacks?
Yeah.
Clearly you do. With a 25. Hooves. Hooves.
Fantastic.
Hey, Rufflejacks, good to see you, mate. And Stormfell. I saw you there before. I was like, I recognise that. I recognise that emote so well now. It's like, hey, Stormfell's here. Before I look at the chat box. Okay, so click on the name there. Oh. Okay. Now, unfortunately, does it count as magical damage? I don't think their attacks do they?
I don't think so.
That would be very powerful.
It's bludgeoning.
Where they at? Where they at?
I don't think it's magic.
I'll get you some spurs. Don't worry about it.
Some magical suit.
Sorry, not horseshoes.
Hoops?
What was I
Yeah.
thinking? Spurs. I'm the one that runs the Wild West game, everybody.
I would think it'd probably just be bludgeoning, but
Yeah, I was just wondering if
Yes,
they counted
it's
as
non-magical
magical or not.
bludgeoning.
They're not. Okay, thank you. So I'm afraid that is halved down to 6. Otherwise, that horse would have done that Cold Light Walker in.
Ain't that just the way?
Oh, great, Rufflejacks. I hope GM Workshop had a good session. Good friend of ours. Okay, thank you. And that's everything done there?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, please, with Tall on deck.
so I was blinded. I don't
I'm
remember.
afraid you are, yes.
Yes.
Until... Hang on, let's see if it's... whose turn was it? Until the start of the walker's next turn, so you
Yep,
still,
that's what I
are, I'm
thought.
afraid.
Yep. So I'll just.
Thank goodness Mame's here. Mame?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just gonna be in defense, I guess.
Yeah, you can take the dodge action.
Yep.
Okie doke. So yes, you ready yourself for that. Any bonus actions or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear the creature like very close. Like they are making these strange kind of hissing, like almost like reminiscent of human noises, but twisted and changed. Okay.
That's lovely.
Tahone.
Tahone is going to take his fireball over here as a bonus. Ram it into the guy.
Let me just add our good friend Peregrine into the mix here. Put them in the right spots. There we go.
And so that's a dex save.
Oh, okay, look. The one that's by Peregrine there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cold Light Walker. Not very dexterous. Oh, but a 17 on the dice.
All right, so 8 goes down to 4 fire.
4 fire damage. Thank you.
And then the fireball will be, the flaming sphere will be in right here.
Notes it.
For my action, Toln will firebolt. Not expect to be such a fiery character. But I will firebolt the one that's on its last legs.
Go for it.
18?
To hit, yes.
All right, this is gonna kill it. It's gonna be 9 fire.
Okay, tell me what happens.
So Talm is looking around like, oh, that one, and he shoots off a bolt of fire out of his hand, Iron Man style. And it. Am I correct in assuming this is like incorporeal?
Nope. No, it has a very strong corporeal part.
No, okay then. I'm just gonna go with something simple and just say that the light kind of flickers and it collapses.
Nice, yeah. So the firebolt just smashes into the figure, and that beaming light coming out from the hood just sputters and then goes dark, and the clothed form crumples heavily to the ground. Heavily to the ground, indeed. Anything else?
That's it, sir.
Okay, Cold Light Walker, single. Anything with the fire there on his turn?
I think it's end of turn. We'll check. End of turn. Yep.
Okay. So the Cold Light Walker is going to try and blind Peregrine. So it's Constitution saving throw for the swashbuckler there. Constitution. Boop. No, unfortunately. Okay, so yes, this the creature's looking towards Mame and Soyala there, but then the hood just whips around and the bright light just bathes this new, chivalrous, heroic character that has come charging in, and he's like, oh, good gracious, and just he stumbles back from that terrible bright light and is blinded, unfortunately, just before his turn. And then the creature turns on you, Soyala, and raises up two blackened, slightly shimmering fists and goes to slam into you with advantage. Boom. 22.
Okay.
For...
I assume the dodge wouldn't...
it made it a straight roll because I didn't impose disadvantage. I had advantage because you were blind. So the attack. So the first roll was a 22, I'm afraid.
Yep.
And that is 10 bludgeoning and 15 cold damage.
Have done the cold, so that's
So it's a total
7
of
or 8?
17. Yes, total of 17.
All right.
And end of their turn, Tol?
Dex save.
Okay. It's vicious, it gets it twice in a round.
It gets it because I have to spend a bonus action to slam it.
Gotcha. Fail.
8 fire.
Noted. Okay, so yes, you can see its robes and clothes start to catch on fire from this magic of Tons, and it is burning up there as it seems to just not care with that. Actually, Soyala, sorry. Blinding light is till the start of the walker's next turn, so you weren't blinded. So it was with straight disadvantage, which meant it was a 9, which would have missed, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry. Please take that damage back.
All right. Cool.
Rickon healing. So yes.
We
excuse
passed
me.
by a universe where the rule is slightly different. You feel it.
Okay, but Soyala, as your sight does come back to you, you see this newcomer, Peregrine, flailing wildly with their rapier. It's like, no, where have you gone, you cad? Stand and fight. Come on, step where I can see you.
No, not at me. A little more to the left.
It's okay. Yeah. But he does make his attacks with disadvantage. 1, 2, 3. Only one of them hits, and unfortunately is not a natural 20, as it was trying to be. Boom! For a total of 11 down to 5 damage there on these creatures. You just feel one of the attacks hit home. He's like, ah! I found you. Little help. And is hanging out there. No rising fish. Oh yes, I. And that brings us back to Mame.
I'm going to do another attack with my Radiant bow.
Okay.
Let's see. Does a 10 hit?
Afraid not.
My first arrow goes flying somewhere. My second arrow is a 13.
Just hits.
And for a total of 3 damage.
That's it. Okay, so the arrow plunges into its robes, and you hear it hiss. Okay, anything else?
That's it. I'm done.
Okay. You could drag Soyala out of there, and because she was being forcibly moved, that wouldn't invoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, then I will take that and just go over here, and then Soyala, come with me.
Come with me if you want to live.
And go
I was
come
so
come
close
next
to
to me.
making that joke.
Alright. Thank you, voice of God, for telling me this.
You're welcome. Okay.
Wait, who's Mame's god? Oh no.
Wasn't she talking
Big
fast?
I'm talking to 1 second. Meli I can't
Thoth?
say my god's name.
Thoth is the god of writing and things. I don't know. Who would it be?
Meli I can't.
Meliki. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Alright.
Meliki.
Very
the
devout.
Druidic god. Yes. Okay. Noted. So that happens there. So you just dash forward, wrap your wings protectively around Soyala, and just pull them back away from the creature, leaving the blinded swashbuckler to their fate. and Shadow with Soyala on deck.
I will start off with the warhorse making a charge.
Hang on, it says. There you go.
Oh, I'm assuming that misses.
I'm assuming you're on its back, right?
Yeah.
I hope so. Da, da, da. Everyone, imagine if you will the brief, short-lived charge of the mighty Shadow with his flaming sword raised aloft. I'm coming! Brr, brr, I'm here! This is 20 feet away. But yes, I'm afraid a 12 does miss.
All right. Well, then I will swing with my wait.
Let's say maybe your horse just shied away from Tom's fireball that's there.
Yeah, nobody wants to get burned.
Mm-hmm.
I will hit him with a bonus action for Hunter's Mark.
Peregrine kind of reaches out with one hand. Oh, thank you for coming. Oh, you're very big. Hello.
Don't worry, he's nice.
Thank you. Remember, you can talk telepathically to the horse.
Well, I mean, he already missed. What's he gonna do? Two attacks.
I'm gonna tell him not to kill the swashbuckler or anything like that, you know.
Oh well, he's a smart horse. I think he knows.
You're alright, boss. I got it.
Not that one. Get the shiny one.
I don't have a shiny one. I have the real world version of the same thing.
Oh no, get the shiny guy, the cold light. I was happy about it.
Oh, I see. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 attack misses and 1 hits for 7 and 15 total
that was. It would be 14, right? Because you don't have Hunter's Mark on this one.
I do. That was my bonus action.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, so you moved it over from one target to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, can you? Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you come charging across. The horse does not manage to kind of rears up on its back legs, trying to shying away from the fire a little bit. But as you do, you bring the sword in a massive uppercut from the vantage point that you have there. And tell me, Shadow, what happens?
his heavy body meets the blazing steel of vast might, and he falls over in a burning heap of flesh and whatever bright blood he's made of.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, the thing. Well, you just your sword connects with the creature, and just there's a very strong resistance to the blade, but you can feel it becoming a little easier with the flames as they heat up this thing, and you manage to defeat the creature. And sorry, I'm trying to find where we're at here. Okay, let's bring it to this one. And yes, you able to destroy the creature, and it just falls back, and with a very heavy crunch, smashes into that wall behind it. And the swashbuckler Peregrine shakes off the blindness as the effect is removed, as the creature dies, and he looks up to you on the horse. He's like, you have my thanks.
And you have ours. Thank you for the hasty rescue on the snow golem.
My pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Is this fire necessary?
Tolan is bringing the fire over here so he can use it as light to inspect.
Because wafting its way over there.
Oh yeah. It's just get out of its way. Don't stand next to it. It's a fire. What are you doing?
As Tolan, as you inspect that creature, you see that inside the hood there is a humanoid corpse, but frostbitten and frozen almost solid. Excuse me. Yes.
I would like to. So, Mame, your Mame is looking pretty bad, right? Or
I'm a bit bruised up. I say as I unwrap my wings from around you after I pulled you away.
Thank you. I'm gonna give out the channel divinity to give some health. It can only heal up to half of your hit points, so whatever that is.
Thank you.
I have 35 points to give around. If anyone needs to be topped off, I think Shadow, did you also take damage or no?
No, I was.
No. Solid.
Sitting pretty.
And the new guy?
Thank you, dear lady. I'm quite fine.
Okay.
So
Just go ahead and heal up whatever.
Now, before we proceed, titles, please. May I have titles?
Well, I'm Soyala. I'm just the cleric here. Doctor by trade.
Doctor, thank you. Okay.
I'm Tolan Grimbrew, preliminary speaker of good mead.
The speaker. Okay, doctor, speaker, yes.
Shadow, warrior, killer of evil, vengeance taker.
Sir Shadow, an honor. And just to you, Mummy.
Oh, Mame, professor of Luskin University.
Professor, I thank you. So, the good doctor, the speaker, the professor, and the knight. Quite the collection. I'm glad I was able to find you. Excuse me, and leap into the fray and help out. Although I'm not sure you needed it. You are a formidable bunch.
Sorry, who are you? And are you all alone out here?
My goodness, Peregrine Edmund Horatio Whitcomb at your service. He swoops
Bless
low
you.
in a bow. Thank you, Your Worship.
Quite a name you've got there, buddy.
Yes. I picked the name up from here and there, and various sides of the family and traditions and whatnot. But I'm not so far afield as you may imagine. We are only a short distance from the nearby village. Were you headed there?
I believe we were.
Then let us return forthwith. I know that a friend of mine there has a very good teapot, which shall provide a fortifying brew to stave off this cold.
Here.
We can get the rest of our people. Yeah.
There are more.
Yes, we left them with the dogs back there. Gestures that way.
We were testing the waters.
Oh, right. Just a moment. Dear friends of the doctor, the speaker, the professor, and the good Sir Knight, you are quite safe. Please proceed. And he goes off, and you hear the sound of the six-pack, moving it and bringing over with the others. Then everyone comes across there. And he's like, there's like all these niceties going on just out of the on the edge of the torchlight and the firelight, and Peregrine leads you back and guides you quickly to the town of Caer Konig. Let's just head over to that map. Where is it? Yeah. Boop. And you find yourselves returning to the familiar cluster of buildings on that horseshoe of land around the frozen docks and the old fishing area there. And you are quickly guided by Peregrine to, let me remember the name properly. Caer Konig. You are guided to the Frozen Far Expeditions, the outfitters that you had previously visited. And as you make your way there, you see Kestrel. She comes, the door slams back and she comes running out. It's like, don't you start. Yeah, I know you told me so, but yes, you found them. Well done. And to Peregrine, and Peregrine hadn't said anything.
Like she said that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, welcome back. It's good to see you all.
Yeah. Are you doing well? Is everything okay up here? No other attacks?
As it can be. No, we haven't had anything, and I've done a couple of supply runs up to the fortress, and everything seems to be going well. The dwarves are thoroughly settling in.
Are they making beer yet?
I'm not sure. Sorry. If as soon as I find out, I'll bring some down here.
Send a letter to Goodmead right away.
Indeed. Mummy, where's Mockingbird?
I just look down and I just say, a lot of things happened, and I point at the back of my ear and neck, like, by the way, how are you with this? Was it this girl, this lady, or no, it was a different person?
Yeah, it was Kestrel.
It was, yeah, it's Kestrel, yeah.
Kestrel. I'm like, oh, like, how's this, by the way?
You can see she's focusing hard. Mummy, where are you? You're not there like you were before.
I gotten taken care of. So
What?
Yeah, I got taken out by these weird space squids.
What?
Well, it was a surgery that was performed. It's a type of brain surgery, but not super invasive.
It was horrible. They saw my brains.
But you were okay. It was a success
Yes.
for you, and Mockingbird. But
It sounds dangerous.
It was.
Yeah.
I think I shall forego the procedure. It feels much better. There are no bad dreams anymore.
The
witch is dead.
Yeah, the hag. The reason why Mockingbird.
Peregrine jumped in. Ding dong, that is good news indeed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you hear that, Kestrel? No more bad dreams. All of the bells and whistles with none of the side effects. Ha ha! Splendid!
Yes, I got taken out, but now I have this. Takes up my slug. And I just put it back in my bag.
That's what it was. I see. What can I say, Kestrel? I must be more attuned to the finer nuances of our new powers. And Kestrel like shoves him. He's like, I would have found her too. Peregrine sensed you were close. Sensed that was close. He thought it must have been another of us. We haven't found any others just yet. I don't know how many there were. Says Kestrel and John.
well,
Okay.
I mean, whoever might have had it, I would assume it would be the same situation as you are right now with the hag gone. I would suspect they'd be free of whatever bondage or control she had over you.
Yes, I suppose finding them is less urgent now. And as she turns, she kind of smiles bashfully. And I've found Peregrine. He's like, yes, that's right, dear Kestrel. You have found and I found this lot. Come on, it's frightful out here. A good stiff brew for everyone. Come on, inside.
All right.
Let's do it.
And he brushes through the door. He's like, Artemis, get that fire lit. Oh, it is okay. Good. Yes. Kettle on the top. Yes, we got the and the leaves. Yep, steep them properly. I'll not suffer another cup of weak horse piss from the likes of you. Let Kestrel make it properly. And Artemis is just... you remember Artemis, the human scout that's in charge of this place, who was kind of almost like a fatherly figure to Kestrel before. It just seems completely like just overrun by the strength of personality from this newcomer. And he's just like, very well, Peregrine. I'll get it sorted. And you are quickly furnished with hot cups of tea, properly steeped, with a good strength to them, good backbone to them, and you are warmed by the good brew there. And as you chat amongst yourselves, you find out that it seems that the situation at Sunblight is under control, and the dwarves are looking into how they might be able to use that furnace for a lot of very powerful means that they have there. It has apparently has a dragon's heart in the furnace there, keeping it going so strong there. So yes, they are very excited with their new digs. And you think that they will be a very powerful and useful forced to have at that entrance to the Underdark right there.
We'll have to visit sometime to discuss what kind of equipment we can procure. Specifically brewing equipment, but should we also want adventuring equipment? That could be a secondary purpose.
True.
Was it Trovis? He was Dragonborn?
Yeah,
Or no?
Trovis.
Yep.
Okay, was he also here?
He's the speaker here, yes. Yes, and
Okay.
actually, after you've been set for a while, I think words does get down to that him arrived, and he bums in, he's like, "Aha! Hello, everybody. It's good to see you back."
Yeah.
Yes.
I
You
have no
are.
idea who you are.
How sober does he look?
Likewise, he looks pretty sharp.
Oh, he's still doing good without the alcohol.
So, Yella, I have not touched a drop.
Good for you. You really shaped up.
Tom's disapproving sounds in the corner.
Hey, he needed this.
I know, but
He was a mess.
no, it's not good for everybody.
Shadov, Trovis, Shadov.
A pleasure. You have
Sorry
joined
for your
these
loss.
saviors of Icewind Dale?
Yes. Still drinking.
I've drunk enough for 3 lifetimes. He's a silver dragonborn.
Oh. Pleased
But
enough to meet you.
likewise. A new found focus to my duties, shall we say, Siola. The town here is, getting a bit of life back into it. Things are stirring a little. But any word on getting rid of this dastardly winter, though? Sorry, Peregrine's creeping in there every now and then.
We keep getting some leads, but not entirely. The Frostmaiden is elusive yet again.
Yes. It's coming up to payment time once more. I have to set to endure another night of hardship. We sacrifice heat here.
Sacrifice heat.
Yes. None of those horrible sacrifices of the population. We couldn't spare anyone. And Peregrine turns to him actually and says, I found our good friends here, and I'm afraid I was able to confirm something we talked about once. You remember a few nights ago? And the speaker is like, really? Yes, indeed. Those figures that have been seen, those strange lights, they were servants of the Frostmaiden. And as you
How do you know
hypothesized, well, as the good speaker hypothesized here, those creatures are created from those sacrificed in the givings.
The sacrifice of Worm.
No, the
larger cities do.
the larger cities, yes, when they send out
The trial by combat.
the trial by combat, those that lose are taken by the Frostmaiden and turned into those things.
So they were once good people.
Indeed.
Not necessarily. They
No, I suppose. It's a lot.
Depending on that trial, but yeah.
But I wouldn't wish that on anyone. They didn't seem to have any semblance of their former selves, which I suppose is a blessing.
the corpses did look quite cold.
Frozen solid, I'd say.
That was correct.
So this Frostmaiden is also a necromancer.
She's a demigod, dear boy.
we're fighting a demigod.
Claps you on the
future.
claps you on the shoulder. Best of luck. No time like the present, eh? You gonna languish around here all day, or you got places to go?
We just got here. I mean, can I finish my tea?
We have places to go.
You'd been chatting for a while before the speakers showed up and stuff. Trovus came in and things. So yeah, you finish up your chat. So is there anything else that you want to ask these guys or talk to them about before you leave?
It sounds like it's. Well, I think we have places to go. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I think as long as they're doing good, the castle, the Sunblight Fortress is doing good. I think that was everything out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the nearby town, the Caer Dineval or whatever.
Yes.
Do they know what's been going on with that now that it's been taken over, or will we? I don't know if we'll hit that.
Yeah, Trovus had started reaching out a bit more. They've been very isolated before and just eking out a living, just grabbing whatever knucklehead trout they could from the lake. But yes, they have visited, and they say that it seems that the things are going well there. That they have taken control of the town.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, having caught up on the situation here, you say your farewells to them all once more, and jump back onto those trusty dog sleds. That's what I was trying to say. Of yours, and are quickly making your way south. Do you stop in Caer Dineval or just breeze past? Because the main road just goes straight past.
Yeah, I think if we heard, we could keep going.
Okay.
Fast.
You do see some people moving about, huddled up in their furs and things in the town. The place
I'll
itself.
wave.
So it's definitely, it's definitely alive. They return the greeting. You slide on through and keep on going down to the south there. There is a little uptake in traffic as you cross over the east way, and you see a couple of other sleds, some larger ones laden with goods and things travelling along the east way, which is that main road from East Haven to Bryn Shanda. But for now, wanting to head west at some point, but not before a pit stop to Goodmeads, am I right?
Yes, to drop off the professors.
Mm-hmm. So yes, you plunge off down there to the south and find yourselves sliding in along the snowy streets, and you are quickly arrived in the familiar sights and sounds of the mead hall, where you are greeted warmly, both physically and in greetings, by the people there. Good old Trollbane. It was the dwarf security person that you left in charge of that kind of stuff there, and Toln, your allies in the political scene there, all delighted to see you well and hear the progress that you've been making. They also encourage you to head to Bryn Shanda because apparently you have to meet with the head of all the speakers. There is a circle of speakers that is like a kind of local government thing, and the head of Bryn Shanda is the head of that, and you kind of need to make your candidacy official there. So you are encouraged to head to the main town. You've been here before, Shadow? Yes, so you have met these people. So don't want to skip any introductions. Now, speaking of you, Shadow, I did notice one thing. You are over encumbered at the moment because you are carrying 2 suits of armor.
Yeah, I was told to sell them at a bigger city for more money. So if whenever that's possible, would like to unload the old gear.
Okay, so you're gonna take it to Bryn Shanda, and then and sell it there.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Yeah, we'll figure that. We'll figure that out off stream.
This is Reginald. He's a bugbear, but don't worry about him.
They seem particularly as long as he's not violent and aggressive, they seem not too bothered by it. And he's just like, hello everyone, put me to work. I want to earn a keep. And Mame, you bring the professors in and reunite them with Elena Quickstar and Gertrude Copperteeth and all of those that you rescued from the giant relic site to the south. And there is a certain amount of surprise and dismay, but also professional curiosity at Professor Quickstar's new body.
Yeah.
And you explain that she's, the next version of Taln's construction. Is this so-called Frostforged, as they've coined the term. And once that's passed, they're actually getting into a serious conversation with you as well around a set of the tables there in the meat hall. And Professor Quickstar and Dr. Copperteeth say, Winter's Tales, thank you for the raid, you beautiful people. I hope you had a fantastic session with your art and your world building and all the goings on. You're doing an amazing job, AJ. You're streaming every day this on the way up to Christmas here. Yes, a raid of Frosties into Frostmaiden here. Watch out, everyone. Welcome, everybody. Thank you. Leobeck, how you doing? Prince Vegeta, welcome in. Hey, Omi, good to see you. Welcome in, Raiders. Absolute pleasure to have you here. We are stopping in at home base in Goodmead before making our way to the big city of Bryn Shanda as our adventurers are making their way through Icewind Dale and trying to find just how they can defeat these, thank you, Omi, how they can defeat the Frostmaiden and return the natural four seasons to Icewind Dale. So, a big hi hello to all of you. Welcome in. I hope you had a great session. Everyone who was here with us, please do go and follow the fabulous Winter's Tales. Dun, 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 dun. Boop. There they are, doing some Dungeons and Dragons over there too. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're doing very, very well. And for those of you that were able to join us for the charity streams last week, thank you so much. Lyric, thank you for that follow. If you do follow us, keep an eye out on your Twitch Whispers later. I shall be sending you a followers Discord invitation. Hey, AJ, welcome. I hope you had a great session. So, thank you, Mithrandir. Okay, everybody. So, yes. Mame, you are huddled up with all of the other professors from Luskan University here, discussing all of the various things, the Netherese Tower, the Frost Giant Ruins, the runic tablet that you found, and it seems that Professor Quickstar and Dr. Copperteeth have some interesting developments that they have discovered from the runic tablet, and they actually turn to... Thank you, Vegeta. They actually turn to Professor Thornfinger, the leader of your expedition, and Professor Quickstar says, Professor Thornfinger, it is as we hoped and as you had hypothesized. The Frost Giant ruins are indeed remnants of the Ostoria group. And, Mame, you know that name, although you weren't really aware of any connection to this expedition. But the Ostoria Giants were a massive society of giants, fairly advanced and versed in the runic magics. Hey, Lord Kosh. And they... Professor Thornfinger says, and... You know what? I think I have another hypothesis. We have discovered the fallen ruins of a Netherese flying city. And you know why the Netherese were up here. There's only one reason they would be this far north, away from their libraries and their other folk to lord it over from up in the sky. And Quickstar's like, it is as you had talked about so many times back at the university. And he's like, I cannot get used to that voice, Quickstar. I said, I'm sorry, but this is what I have to work with. It's just gonna take time, that's all. We're just glad to have you, and glad to have your wits and your mind still in the right place. By the way, Mame, if you wish to talk with Darkinius here in the mead hall, one of those books you got from the Netherese Tower was all about keeping brains in jars, like he is with his friend. So you deliver that book into his possession, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Mummy. This will be most useful in my researches and studies into the upgrade of the professor's brain jar."
Oh, I'm glad to be of assistance, and hopefully you can use that on Toln and Quickstar as well.
Oh, you were saying we should supplant their brains from their current vessels into jars as well?
Oh, no, never mind. Why was I saying that?
Oh, fascinating. Maybe they could summer in a different location. You know, I'm not sure. We should see. Let me read this. And he immediately goes off and starts like pouring through this book, and he and then Melissa Stormfinger is chatting still with Quickstar, and he's like, "Yes, the Netherese themselves were paving the way for our own expedition. They too were looking for the Ostorians and trying to find artifacts that we have been successful in finding." And Quickstar is like, "Yes, the Frost Giant's runic tablets that we retrieved from the mountains is quite fascinating, and indeed allowed Dr. Copperteeth and her colleagues to create this technology." And gestures at her new body. Fascinating, and that is a conversation that will probably continue until you come back.
Yes. But
However,
I cannot
time...
wait.
Sorry, go for it.
I'm like, no matter how fascinating this is, I must join my comrades to the next city so we can continue our journey.
Although, having travelled from the tower and then down through Caer Carnig and Caer Dineval, this is the end of the day. So everyone, please do take yourselves a long rest as we finish this day, and you stay in Goodmead, your nice little home. And Toln, you have a quick look around all the facilities, make sure all the brewing is going up to your standards.
Of course, seems fine to me.
Does look pretty good. And after saying goodbye, and all of the professors are just saying a huge thank you to all of you, and Mame, they're all coming, gathering around you, and wishing you to stay careful and let them know immediately if you find any other sites, and all these kind of things. And you do quickly mount up on those dog sleds again and out into the snows and the wilds. Well, not all the way. You're on the road of Icewind Dale, and quickly making your way back north. It is a few hours' journey, not anything too crazy, as you make your way over to the west. Further west than you've been, certainly within the 10 towns. I think you may have been a bit further over to the west before. As far as you were down in the mountains there, especially down near the strange Illithid crashed spaceship and the likes that was down there. I think that's a bit further over. By the way, Mame, what are you doing with that Shield Guardian amulet?
By the way, can I sense where the Guardian is?
Yes.
Still, because last time it was like 65. It was a good distance away.
It was. So you want to see the current distance?
Last time when we were in the Netherese tower, it was 60 something southwest.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so at the moment, you are 33 miles away.
Oh.
So you're much closer.
Okay,
It's
it's still
the southwest. Yeah.
Oh, west. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've traveled about half the distance towards it.
Nice to know.
Okay. Now remember, if you attune to that amulet, you could call it to you. You don't have to go and collect it.
Can I attune to it, please?
Over the long rest, absolutely.
All right. I'll just tell it to please start slowly walking towards in my direction.
Okay.
Or
Can it not run?
Probably.
I'm sorry.
maybe, but I don't want to like it accidentally to like scare anything with the just giant guardian running.
It's just like
Okay.
Oh, mommy, can I see your arrows really quick?
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you.
What did you do?
I memed on them. You're gonna figure it out in a minute.
Oh no!
Experiments.
Oh god.
I'll take it.
Experiments.
If it blows up in my face or does something weird, I'll accept it.
It will not blow up in your face. I guarantee that.
There you go.
Okay.
It's good for me. It's good for me. Okay. Mummy, as you attune to this shield guardian amulet and you summon its charge, our scene cuts to a fortress, half rock, half natural buttress on top of a mountainside, looking down over a jagged valley in the spine of the world mountains. You see armored goblins, some of them riding wargs, prowling about the place, and you see a bunch of them dancing around a large bonfire in the middle of a courtyard, chanting something. And as our view gets closer, we start to hear it. Inconceivable! 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 And they're all dancing around this fire, and some strange things going on here. And these goblinoids are all around the place. You see a couple of rather dejected-looking bugbears. You think some of Reginald's friends might be better suited to good mead than this strange goblin fortress in the mountains. But as this fairly militaristic-looking group of goblins are all capering about the place in the mountains, you hear a cracking of wood and a splintering of planks. And as we look up, there is a large construct strung up underneath one of the bridges between the towers of this castle, ropes binding it, ropes that are straining as the arms of the shield guardian flex and pull tight. The ropes break one by one. Bang, 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 bang. The timbers of the bridge snapping. One of the supports gives way, and with a ponderous, crunching, creaking sound, the entire walkway, complete with 2 goblin guards on sentry, comes tumbling down to the courtyard below. The shield guardian does a 3-point landing into the cobbles of the yard, and the goblins are like, inconceivable! Inconceivable! And they start running around this way, and that's everyone who's enjoying that in chat, that is Dreaded GM's addition to this little world of ours. As you see the goblins start capering about, running this way, and that some of them kind of boldly stand up to this thing. It just goes paying them no heed, just swipes them to the side, not fatally, just like moving them out of the way, and just strides past them. Like one of them's like holding onto the back of it, like water skiing behind it. It's just being dragged across the courtyard, across the icy cobbles of the stones, and this shield guardian just goes clomping towards the gates. And then you just hear, no! He's gonna bust it! He's gonna bust it! Open the gates! Open the gates, Bob! And you see this slightly bigger goblin just going, lifting this crossbar on the gates and like throwing them open before the shield guardian just goes slopping. And then the goblin that was trying to hold onto it just gives up, and you just see the view of these goblins lined up in the gateway of Karkalok Fortress as a shield guardian retreats into the distance, headed for somewhere to the northeast. Inconceivable! And we shall leave Karkalok Fortress there, for it is a city place. Okay. So, let's just bring us back to our good old doggos. Where are those doggos? Come back here, boys. All right. So, yes, anyone anyone who wants to know what that was all about, do check out the one-shot that we did with Dreaded GM and various other friends of ours, the wonderful Scarlet Song from the College of Inspiration, and some of our old channel friends here. You can see that on our YouTube and check out just what that was all about. Our good friend Josh from Dreaded GM, leaving his mark on Icewind Dale. Here is the YouTube, if you want to go and check that out. There's a playlist of our one-shots over there. So, the four of you, unaware of all of this going on, 33 kilometers away, getting further away actually as you move north, you make your way round the the corner there, turning west along the east way as you slide through the snows, and have to go a little carefully because there's a bit more traffic on this road. Mami, I'm afraid there's an occasional axe beak coming tromping past. Some of them dragging big sleds of goods and things, and you do see a bit more traffic on these roads, although everyone's very bundled up and not really communicating with each other as they go by. And you are well on your way, and then it is that you spy the raised hill with its palisade wall around the top, and you see the rooftops and smokestacks of the largest of the 10 towns, Bryn Shanda, looming out of the cold and darkness ahead of you. A beacon, a veritable beacon atop this hill of its, with all of the lanterns and torches that are blazing within the town itself. And as you come sliding up to the doors, to the main gates, you see these massive 15-foot reinforced timbered gates there, closed during the darkness here. But you are asked by the guards your business, and you just say that you're visiting the town here, and they kind of look and see there's nothing particularly untoward there, and they open the gates ponderously, swinging them back, and you slide into the town of Bryn Shanda. Welcome. Boop. Here it is. Oh, there's the corner of it anyway. Jan. So you are coming in this east gate here, which is the one that's connected to the east road, right there. So you immediately come through, and it can immediately kind of dogleg round. And where are you headed? Where do you want to be?
The warmest tavern available?
Yeah, there's so much here.
Wow, it's so big.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Speaker would be the best person to head to first, no?
Probably,
Okay.
yeah.
This
Round
seems like
business,
a fine spot for a speaker's.
And we could we ask the guards
That's
that
this
were
way.
letting us in which way that would be?
Absolutely. Yes. They
Yes,
point.
I'm Tone, the future speaker, yes, of good meme. Where's
It's like they're like there.
thanks.
Massive arrow appears in the sky. This building.
Genius.
The guard has been actually getting levels in spellcasting, and he's got just skywriting.
Yep.
Okay.
In my day, we had maps.
But yes, they guide you. They tell you to follow that road round from the gate there to this little courtyard here. Whatever is going on there, nice little fountain or whatever is there. You see an ornate but frozen solid fountain there in the courtyard, and you are guided through the streets. Actually, I think there will be a kennels right by the gate there if you want to get the dogs, out of the way. That's right,
that's
Dragonborn.
fine.
Yeah. Waypoint has now been set. Okay. So yes, you get the dogs in kennels there and make your way through the streets here. And sorry, but speaking of dogs being in kennels, goodbye dogs. Here we go. And yes, you are immediately kind of taken aback after you're spending so long in all the small villages and things on the outskirts of 10 towns and out in the tundra and the wilds themselves. It is quite strange to see so many people coming and going here and there throughout the town, but all bundled up and still against the cold. But it is a much brighter feeling here with all of the lanterns strung between the buildings above the streets here. Ah, wrong one. Is that guy? I love that guy. My God, are you insane? I don't know what he was trying to buy.
Lively
It
town.
did not like the price. Okay. So yes, this is Bryn Shanda, the first stop for most visitors to Icewind Dale. This walled town perched atop a cold, lonely, wind-lashed hill, with the bright lanterns helping to warm things up a bit, suspended over the narrow streets that twist and dance in the wind, adding flecks of colour to the town's otherwise drab surroundings. It's not a picturesque town. By the way, Mame, Toln, you did kind of look off to the south, and you could see torches flaring on a more militaristic style fort kind of construction. And you think that must be the barracks of the Flaming Fist. That's your previous colleague was
All hail the
connected
Flaming
with.
Fist.
I wonder if they're there. I wonder if they're okay.
Maybe. Now, Soyala, you've been through Bryn Shanda several times, and you do notice a bit of a shift in the mood of the place. It's feeling a bit less friendly than it used to be. It used to be more bustling, more lively, but it just seems that the oppression of the winter, the constant darkness, is just weighing on everyone's souls, and people, whilst not aggressive or anything, but just much colder, much, excuse the use of words there, much grumpier, almost, dismissive, if you will, than you've experienced before.
Okay.
So are you playing tour guide? Little flag. Come on, everyone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't been through a lot of this. I only go where I need to. The city is quite big.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from the country, so I'm not quite accustomed to this big city life. But I know my way to the pop-up tent area, or I don't know, would it be a pop-up tent, or do we actually have a building for our clerical duties?
The apothecary
Yeah.
and things here. Yeah, you would have a proper. There's a proper.
Okay. I would assume
spot.
here, I guess there would be one, as opposed to East Haven. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I probably know my way there, and then north.
I think it would actually be like it would be a religious establishment. There is actually, despite your affiliations with other gods, the various good aligned gods work together pretty well, of course. And you know that there is a house of worship for the Morning Lord, Lythander. Well, that's what people coming over the spine of the world mountains call him. But you know that the Morning Lord is not actually supposed to be in reference to Lythander. It's actually the more primal, original god of the rising sun, Amanita. There we go. So that's up in the kind of north of the main square there. The House of the Morning Lord is up there. Sorry, I think I put this on the wrong layer. Is it? There we go. So yeah, up in that top corner there, there is an establishment that you have visited before. Now, as you make your way through the streets, passing by the various folks, you arrive at the town hall. And you, Toln, introduce yourself and your intended business. And after a short wait, and bureaucratic goings on here and there, scholars and things, and scribes and various pen pushers making their way here, there, and everywhere with stacks of documents and musty. The musty smell of books is quite nice, Mummy. It's kind of, and you, let's see here. Yes, you are before too long shown into a meeting room, and the speaker of Bryn Shanda, one Duvisser Charnay, comes to see you with another figure that you have yet to be introduced to. But as they arrive, let me find their handouts for you. Duvesser. I think I had that right. I had that right, didn't I? Yeah, Duvesser. Where is she? And the speakers all lumped together somewhere. Is that guy? Okay, she's under speaker. Okay. So, yes, you are introduced to Duvesser Charnay, the relatively young but very confident-looking speaker of Bryn Shanda here. Boop. There she is. And she enters the room and is approaching you all with a colleague of hers, who is introduced to you as Sheriff Markham Southwell. Who is this gentleman here? And the two of them come in to greet you all. And Duvesser Shana is like, I welcome you all. What's your business here in Bryn Shanda? I'm afraid we're very busy.
Hi, I'm Tall. I'm the only candidate for Speaker of Goodmead, so I'm basically the Speaker of Goodmead.
Hi, I am Speaker Duvesser Charnay. This is the head of the militia here, Sheriff Markham Southwell. Speaker, you're not the Speaker of Goodmead.
I mean, kind of. There's an ongoing election, and I'm the only candidate, so.
Oh, I see. You need to file the proper paperwork here to legitimize your candidacy.
I guess that's why I'm here.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that can be squared away. Do you have someone to speak for you from the town?
I was not.
I believe we do. Reginald is from Goodmead.
I don't think he came with you. He was left in Goodmead.
All of us here essentially live in Goodmead, but
Surely you've heard of some of the great deeds that have come from the east. Things that have happened. I just forgot the name of our castle thing.
Did you hear about the events of Sunblight Fortress?
Yes.
And Markham Southwell steps forward. I did hear about that. That were you?
That was us, yeah.
You've done good work. You've done 10 towns a great service. Speaker, these are the ones that I reported about. If indeed they are who they say they are. He kind of narrows his eyes.
We also helped with Herr Dinabal.
And Dugan's Hold.
And there was a tag also, but
You've been creating quite the positive stir throughout the towns.
helping where we can.
It's much appreciated in these dark times. You're also responsible for a reckless sled chase through the streets of Easthaven and all sorts of monsters descending on various towns through 10 towns, am I right?
I don't know nothing about that.
The sled chase that you are referring to was in fact a sting operation that was created at the behest of the speaker of Easthaven.
Indeed.
Danath Whalen. We worked
aware.
with him.
Were you successful?
That's what led us to Sunblight and the destruction of the fortress.
I see. We had a contingent of dwarves recently. Speaking of strange construction, strange materials, and Speaker, Deneth was saying something similar.
There were some Dwergar that were taking some sort of cursed mineral and that
Chardolin
were
crystals.
creating a dragon that was going to eliminate every town. That's what we stopped at the fortress.
A female elf clerk comes in, her hair all up in a bun with her pointed ears out the side, a massive roll neck sweater on, and little glasses perched on her nose. She's like, Speaker, I'm afraid you are needed in that next meeting. It is just about to start. And Devesta Shane turns and she's like, look, the relevant paperwork and things will be prepared, and if you will be here for a while, a couple of days maybe, we can get that all squared away.
Probably fine, but before you go, is there a gnome who lives in a black house, an inventor?
Markham, please. Apologies. And she bustles out and goes off to this meeting. And the sheriff turns to you. No, what are you talking about?
I was spoken to by how do I explain this? Somewhat of a minor deity, I think. There's an inventing gnome that lives in a black house here in Bryn Shanda.
The only gnome scientists. I think there's one boarding at the House of the Morning Lord.
Ah, yeah.
Recently returned. They were out in the wilds doing some experiments in a secluded location. Maybe that's your black hut or whatever it is.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because actually that's where I've worked at it a bit home. So yeah, we could always head there. I was hoping to actually see.
Looks very appraisingly at you, and he's like, "Oh, no doubt, helping with the injured and sick there."
Yes, it's been a while since I've been through Bryn Shanda, so
Always appreciated.
He's as a fellow tried to help out the 10 towns. Is there anything that's pressing here in Bryn Shanda?
Not too much, unless you're wanting to stick around and get your names in the lottery. That's coming up soon.
Not particularly.
Wait a minute. What? We don't like lotteries?
It's not a good lottery.
Not the best.
It's the opposite.
A sacrificial lottery. You know, those guys that were fighting the bright heads,
Yeah,
and
they lost.
yeah,
the lottery.
that's what Kestrel was talking about.
He's not from around here. He just came by recently.
Oh, we're used to travelers in these towns' walls.
Is there evil afoot?
There is, and that is why it must be appeased. They're given a fighting chance.
I have a second person that I'm looking for.
He actually holds up his left hand and he's missing two fingers. Like I was given a fighting chance. If they're worthy, if they're deemed worthy, Oral will let them be. And you can come back to these walls.
you were in the lottery. What did you fight by chance? Like,
And you see in the picture there that white fur. He turns around and he's got a snowy owlbear pelt as a cloak. This cozy fella.
I see.
Congratulations on your victory.
I tend not to think about it. It was a rather desperate scrabble. Not very dignified. Although, that's the problem when they don't give you a blade.
Oh yeah, that's
It's not good.
So, if you're familiar then, and he gestures to you, Suella, you know where the House of the Morning Lord is?
Yeah,
Well,
up to the north. Yep.
do not let me keep you from ceasing to keep me from my business.
Just one more. There's an Axebeak merchant that lives here. Dustbuckle.
There's bloody hundreds of them.
Do you know a Dustbuckle?
No.
Okay, we'll find it.
Oh, that's
He owes-
too bad. That's too bad. We can't find Dustbuckle's place.
He owes me a bird.
We don't have to find a place. You know, we don't need an Axebeak.
And
But I want one.
he stumps off about his business, and you are pointed in the right direction. Well, Cyril, you know where the way to go, and you make your way through the streets. And Cyril, it's not long before you see the house that converted into this House of the Morning Lord. It was a residential place originally, but now is being repurposed into this modest gathering place for worshippers of Amunator, the god of the sun. And as you enter, a familiar face, the retired human adventurer who runs the place, the devout of Amunator, Mishan, sees you, and their eyes brighten. Soyala, it's been too long, my friend.
Yes, it has. How long has it been?
I lose track.
Yeah, me too, as well. Getting to all the
Just focus on what's in front of us, eh? One day at a time.
yes.
Are you here to work for a while? We could use the hands.
I'm actually here with a bit of different company, as you see. They're not those of
Good day,
healing.
everyone. A
Oh
pleasure.
well, I mean they can heal, but
Friends of Ciola's are friends of the House of the Morning Lord. Welcome. Welcome. Donations are always welcome.
I can donate just beer. That's about all I got.
Oh, no thank you. Rubbing alcohol?
that's not the kind he deals
Let me
with.
see what I can do.
Oh no.
So, then what
How
is it
are
that brings you here,
things-
Ciola?
Well, a couple of reasons. Yes, I do want to see how everything's been, but also my friend here, Tolm, he needs to meet with a gnome of some sort, a scientist,
Copper?
I have no idea.
inventor.
Inventor?
Well,
We were told that he's residing here.
I mean, he is another devout of the Morning Lord.
Oh,
Shucks.
okay.
He boards here. Copper, and she calls off, and you see some kind of. You were told gnome, but like some kind of beast seems to be approaching as it toddles down the stairs, gnome-sized to be sure, but some kind of fuzzy, hairy beast comes clumping down, like rocking to and fro, almost as it seems awkwardly moving in whatever is covering its skin, and you see that this rock gnome that has been called Copper here has come clumping down the stairs in a massive fuzzy suit with a hood that looks very handmade, but and it looks to be very warm, but it also makes them look very much just like a big teddy bear. And they're just like clumping down, and there's a little gnome face poking out the front. Yes? What is it, Mishan? What deeds of the Morning Lord can I do for you today? She's like, my Morning Lord would have you clean the offering plates for the service later. And he's like, well, my Morning Lord will have me talk to these interesting looking people. Yes, everyone, what may I do for you in the name of the mighty Lathander? And he kind of shoots a side glance at Mishan. Both gods, Amunator and Lathander, are called the Morning Lord by various groups, and the Lithander people, the Southerners who call Lithander the Morning Lord, that is the more modern one, and followers of Amanot are quite angry about it usually. And so, Ali, you kind of wince because you know that Mishan is very, very delicate about that. Sorry, Tom.
Yes, I'm Tom. I was told to
teddy
find
bear, teddy bear arm is like thrust up at you. Good day, Copper Nobunaga.
Okay, Tom shakes the teddy bear hand.
And you, and you, and you. Yes, bunch of big people.
Yes, I was told to find a gnome who's an inventor.
Congratulations. Well, I'm not so much an inventor, but congratulations. A gnome stands before you.
Well, that's good, but I was specifically told to find a gnome who's an inventor in a black house.
And their face their expression kind of falls and they look a bit worried, and they're like, you must mean Macredus.
It does sound more like an inventor's name.
I like teddy bears too, right? You know?
Thank you. No.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
By the way, Matt Colville and those wonderful people at NCDM Studios have just made a range of minis, and they have a large owlbear mini, and it is a pet owlbear, and they have this new Beast Heart class that they've made, which is just for having high-level monsters as pets, like dragon wormlings and the like. And the mini that they made for the owlbear has armor and things on it. But then he's like, "But look at this!" And he like rotates the image, and like just hanging off its like belt at the back, it's got its own little teddy bear.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
You guys gotta watch it. You gotta see this. The fungus is pretty good too.
Oh yeah, the little myconid kind of thing, yeah. Bort. Anyway, sorry. As the creature's little copper Nobunaga here is talking to you, he goes quite glum. He's like, "Well, I'm glad that you are looking for Macredus. You can do me a favor and check he hasn't killed himself with his experiments."
Oh dear.
It's like, is he depressed or something? Like,
No,
Jesus.
experiments.
I should very much like to do that. Where can I find him?
North of here. Hang on, let's get this properly for you.
Do you have a way somewhere?
If you take the road up to Targos and then loop round up towards Mer Duldon, the lake there, and up through Tamerlane, that lovely little town, and ignore that silly backwater Lonelywood, and just you loop around the outside of the forest, and it's up north of the forest there. Sorry, Sarah.
Much farther than I thought it would be, but I suppose that's my destination.
Right. Well, you can check on him for me as well, and see if he's still alive and kicking.
Okay, well, I guess that frees up that line.
He is trying to make a device to fight off this infernal winter.
He sounds like he's after my heart.
Oh, well, watch it. No, that's stolen away. What are you, by the way?
I don't know where it
Fascinating.
is.
Like, dunk, 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 dunk.
I actually, I'd quite like him to find it. I don't understand my mechanical internals.
Well, good luck to you. He's obsessed with this summer star of his.
Sure. Okay.
I think I got the right name. Hang on. Let me double check I got the right name there. Yes, that's right, yes. And, is there anything else I can do for you?
Do you also work here, helping with the sick and injured?
Yes. I work here in the name of the true Morning Lord. And he looks conspiratorially away, and yeah, the other priest is far away.
I'm assuming he's new to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He hasn't been here very long yet, it seems.
I see. And Mishan, have you heard anything
Yes.
of Alvin? He was out
No.
In East Haven.
East Haven. Yes, I remember him. Yes. Met him once or twice.
We kind of lost contact of him while I was out,
Okay.
and
Well, if he comes into the town, I'm sure he'll drop by.
but he hasn't.
Not of late.
No. Okay. Well, I guess it's the only other lead we have is that problematic pin. Then he must have been wrapped up with Mame. What was that pin that we found? It was the Death Bringers. Is that what it was?
It's a dramatic name.
It was the
Brigand Death.
Brigand Death.
Brigand
That
Death.
one. the other way around. Deathbringer, Brigand Death. Okay.
And just Elvish words that sound similar to those English words. Yes. Brigand Death.
Yeah. It seems
Yes.
that's the only other lead I found.
Sorry, it does not ring a bell. I don't know the name.
You haven't had any problems with Brigand Death here. I've been out of town for a bit, so I don't know any of the news that's been
Never heard
going
of them.
on.
No?
Has everything been okay here? Seems it's quite glum.
That's just the endless winter. I hope this fella that Copper keeps talking about is able to sort something.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of what I've been away on, trying to figure out what's going on with this endless winter.
Ooh, it's quite the task.
Yeah.
I thought I had my hands full.
So, there hasn't been anything else, any other troubles passing through?
Not of late, no.
Seems like East's been plagued with so many things.
The frightful lottery is coming up again.
When is that coming up? I've lost track of the time.
I think it's about 5 days or so. Until the end of the month.
I see. And they have that, do they hold the ceremony here for that?
In the main square near the town hall.
Yeah, okay. Just check.
Right.
As Sarah. Just checking that. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I'd love to catch up, but I have patience.
Of course. I know. Please, you can go ahead and back to that. If I have a chance, I'll stop by again.
Thank you. And they busy themselves about their work again.
So I guess Tone, it's going to be a bit further a journey, or whoever it is, this Macretus that you are searching for.
Yeah, at least we have a name now.
Yes.
We were supposed to stay in Bryn Shanda for a few days now, I suppose.
Did you write down those directions? Because I didn't get any of it.
It's past Lonelywood.
Past Lonelywood.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sujala, you know that journey very well. You've made it several times. It is also the journey home. You know that you could go to this black cabin and visit home and come back in the time that they were preparing those documents.
Okay. I mean, Lonelywood's not that far. It could be done as long as there's nothing hindering our way.
Then let's go. Let's go now.
Let's go now. Oh, okay.
You see Macretus?
Sounds like he's quite a risk to himself. We should investigate. The more I learn, the more concerned I become.
Okay. So yeah, if you are going to be leaving again, you go to collect your doggos once more, and where are we at? Here we are. You head out back onto the roads there. So yeah, making a fairly nostalgic trip back towards Lonelywood, if not ultimately heading in that direction. And as you continue on through the day here, the Targos Bryn Shanda road is fairly busy, but it starts to, it gets quieter as you head off towards the, towards the northeast from Targos up towards Tourmaline. And you see, as you head towards Tourmaline, you see the lake off to your left-hand side there as you're traveling north. And it seems, compared to the other ones that you've seen, Shadow, certainly during your time here, and Mame, you too, this one seems fairly clear. It's the least frozen of all the lakes that you've seen so far. And you make your way past Targos and making your way north. You pass the lake there and traveling around the outskirts of Tourmaline, intent on finding your destination and moving to the north there. You quickly pass the town, and Ciala, there's a bit of a pang as you ignore the road that goes off around the southern edge of the woods towards home, but knowing that you're fully intending to go there very shortly afterwards, you make your way along the eastern side of Lonelywood, the Lonelywood Forest, and head up towards the hills that look upon the river valley that carves its way through the northern part of Icewind Dale and down to Mare Duladon, the lake there. And it is with the good directions from Coppa and your survival skills, Mame, and the good steering of the dogs that you do find yourselves going in the right direction. And before too long, you do glimpse a short, squat abode, a structure of some kind, perched up above the river valley below. And you arrive at the Black Cabin. Boop. Right there. And we have a map.
I'm excited.
Let's see. Boop. Hey, Hulk. Good to see you. Okay. Now. Speaking
Moves
of
up to the name. It's completely black.
Look at it. Does
Name
what it
checks out.
says on the can. Sorry, no tokens yet. Let me get rid of that. Zoop up, there we go. Where are you at, Mummy? Let's see, you arrive from the south here. Boop. Hey, tiny. Why are you so tiny?
I see nothing but blackness.
Well, you do not have lights, unfortunately. Oh, hang on. Also, another problem I've discovered is that I'm putting you on the wrong layer. Boom. There you go.
I can see my bow. My bow shines the way.
So yellow. Boop. Also tiny. Baby Soyala. D&D babies. Okay. Wow, baby Tom. No, they're so tiny. Okay, so yes, here you are. The broken up view that you have there of the outskirts of the cabin that you have discovered here. And where are you at? Black cabin, boom. Okay, so yes, as you slow the sleds and get them tied up and fastened and secured on the outskirts of this spot here. Clarissa, don't be salty about that still, come on. But welcome, it's good to see you. You pull up at the outskirts of this dilapidated looking building, very dilapidated looking building here. And you see, let's see, where are we at here? Yes. as you pull up here and start to trudge through the snow towards what you're seeing here, perched on the edge of a snowy ridge, which is up above that river gorge that leads down to the lake to the south, you see this black lodge on wooden stilts. Whatever path might have led to this ramshackle retreat lies buried under snow. Icy steps climb to a snow-covered walkway, as you can see above you there, Tom. Those are the steps leading up from the right up to the left, as we're looking. Yes, so the steps lead up to a snow-covered walkway that clings to the south side of the structure. The building's slumped posture and sagging snow-covered roof, coupled with the broken windows and loose flapping shutters, suggest utter abandonment. Large snowdrifts huddle around the rotting stilts and engulf a nearby woodshed and outhouse, which is that black spot that you can see right in front of you, Shadow, there. Only the wind visits this sinister place.
Is this a trap?
Greet us.
So please feel free to move around, my friends.
Let's go to the stairwell here.
Yeah, that's the bottom there where you are, Tom.
We mean you no harm.
Just shouting out. Your voice
Cautiously.
kind of gets torn away from you with the breeze and the wind. And now, Tom, as you go up onto those steps there, it starts to creak and make a lot of sound underneath your weight there.
Can be quite
Is
cautious.
there a window here?
Yes, there's a window there peeking inside. So actually, let me see what you can see there, Shadow, as you've seen through the window there. Looking inside, you see that seems to be some kind of workshop. There's frost covering every surface of an abandoned workshop. There are various tools lying around, and there is a bookcase above, up on the north wall, which you can just see the corner of from your view there.
How structurally sound does this look, John?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm gonna say even without that, it's probably not good.
15.
Actually, Shadow, sorry, I'm being too generous with you. You are on the lower level, and this is up on stilts, so you have to go up the stairs to be on that level.
To see through the window?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
it's up above you. Sorry.
Am I finding this broken glass down here?
Yes, the window was broken and has fallen into the snow there. Tom, sorry.
15.
15. Okay, it looks like it will hold your weight. You think?
All right, so we're gonna proceed.
Yeah. Like a lot of you in the same spot could be dangerous. You reckon?
All right, let's go one at a time.
Mhm. So that you do see into that workshop from that window there, Tom. And there's a door.
Okay.
You see the door right there, the white.
Yeah, tools, right?
Mhm.
Workshop.
Do you wanna go jump in there?
I was actually gonna take a peek into this other window.
Okay.
Huh?
You peeking through there?
Yeah.
Okay. As you peek in that place there, you see it looks like quite a large room. You can see that there are holes in the roof. There's some snow that's fallen into the room itself, and then being pushed into the corners by stiff winds blowing through the broken windows. The walls and the furniture are scorched black, including the table that you can see there.
Oh dear, that's not good news.
That's all you can see from the window, I'm afraid. There's the door over to the west.
Okay, can I get over there just fine?
Yeah, and Suella and Shadow, you could be on the stairs there, just not being...
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye because Shadow's one way and the others the other way, so I'm like middle manning it, making sure
Can
everyone's
I give
okay.
Soyala a boost?
It's 20 feet up. No, sorry.
Oh,
Not that
oh,
tall.
That's,
I'm
geez.
tall, but not that tall.
Yeah.
Now,
Now,
you guys, what are you doing? And you're
Tom,
hanging out, playing in the
that-
snow?
that spot there is quite dizzying because that off to the left there, that slats down into a chasm.
Oh well, this
It's
is
like long way down.
This is unfortunate. This
You
bottle-
gonna try that door there?
Yeah, we're gonna try this door here.
Okay.
Right.
We're
am the
gonna, like,
designated
take a
door
look. We
opener.
are going to investigate it first.
No problem. It's unlocked.
Okay.
You
We're
step in
just taking
there.
a look at it real quick.
Yes.
Oh,
indeed.
Shadow.
Was
you
it
can
20?
open.
Were you looking at the door?
Yeah, 30-20.
Okay. Yeah. It was fine. It was just. It's rotted and old, but yeah, it was okay.
Okay. Dirty. We'll step inside.
Dirty. Okay.
Mm,
And Mummy, you gonna follow around there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Shadow, there's a door behind, like, near you right there. I guess he's going in.
It's
the
going
window.
it's going through the window.
Oh.
Do you want to open that door?
Well, I've sort of seen this workshop via God's
But I mean, come on.
eyes.
While we're there, we may as well open the door.
Yeah,
It's your job, man. It's your job.
yeah, it's my job.
Okay, so yeah, you do you want to gather up those tools? You think you could grab those if you want, Shadow?
Never hurts to have more tools.
Are these so you said there's like black, are they like fire scorch marks that we're seeing?
Yeah, so, not where you are, Suyala, but Mame
yeah,
and
yeah.
Ton, yes.
Oh, okay. Not in
Shadow,
this workshop room.
yeah.
Okay.
Shadow, as you're kind of prying those tools from the ice and the frost there, there is a slightly angry chittering sound, and you see up in that bookshelf in the top corner there, you can see a couple of squirrels like angrily chittering at you. They seem to have made a nest there. Just regular little squirrels.
Oh, I was like, are these demonic squirrels or something?
Cue Kill Bill
Not this
sirens.
time. Not this time. Yes, so you just see Shadow put his sword and like close the door behind him. I'll be back.
Alright, so
Ah.
Tom's gonna be very cautious as he proceeds
Okay, Nick.
through the room.
Now let me give you the full description now that you've actually gone inside and you're kind of adjusting to the light here. As you're looking in there, so yeah, this room as you step inside, Mame, I guess not so much Ton, but the rest of you as you step inside, this room contains the lingering smells of burnt wood and flesh. You also catch the faint odour of wine. Snow has fallen through the holes in the roof and been pushed into the corners by the winds blowing through the broken windows. The walls and furniture are scorched black, including a table with the charred remains of a book on it. Next to the
No.
table... What?
More in the book.
Next to the table, on the floor, amid several broken wine bottles, is a mostly incinerated skeleton and a round, frost-covered object about 6 inches in diameter.
We're gonna walk up to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to first look at the skeleton.
Okay.
What is the approximate size of this? Would you say gnome-sized or otherwise?
Yes, it does. It does appear to be a gnome skeleton.
Okay. What's this frosted object?
As you look at it, it looks like a 6-inch diameter gyroscope. It's got 2 scorched rings inlaid with runes, and then there's a dense chunk of coal at its core.
Anything salvageable from the book?
I mean, you're just looking at the device on the ground, right?
I looked at the device, yeah.
Yeah.
I look at the book.
Mama, you head over
Ren.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing remains of this tome except ashes and a badly burned spine. But you can see the letters E-T-H-E-R. It's gone, Clarissa. It's gone. Don't worry. So don't read from the book. The pages are gone. Mommy, could you give me a history check?
Is that my good one? It is. I say that and I get a bad roll.
Yeah, be careful.
15.
A 15. Okay.
Hey.
That's also
You
+8.
you have a book on your person which has those same letters in the same font, in the same script, in the exact same spot on the binding.
Oh.
It was a book
God.
that you found in the crashed tower,
Oh.
and you think you remember that, and you pull it out, and it's the Magical Wonders of Netherese, and it's the Netherese Nethe. that's left. Sorry, ETHER that's left. And you remember this was a collection of essays from various Netherese wizards about ancient elven magic and things. Here it is. So, Tom, what you do?
Cautiously detect magic, even though I know
Okay.
the answer. So it's ritual cast, so
There are
takes
two
time.
sources of magic. One coming from the 6-inch diameter gyroscope-looking thing, and another one coming from amongst the ashes of the skeleton. And you see a glint of gold.
We're gonna take a look at that.
The item, the gyroscope-looking item, has a weak residual aura of transmutation magic.
Okay.
So what you do?
Can I carefully open this door?
I'm gonna give you a touch of resistance, Tone, because you're getting mighty close to those things.
We're gonna look at whatever the skeleton had.
Okay. So you're not looking at the gyroscope.
Oh, we're gonna look at that.
Okay.
We're looking
So
at the thing that's gonna take 2 seconds first.
no problem. You find a intriguingly. Hey, Hans. Thank you, my friend. You find an intriguingly unaffected, undamaged amulet, which is a source of magic, a source of what kind of magic would it be? It feels very beneficial, shall we say? I'm just going to say, sorry, without pouring through and looking up types. And it is a pendant and chain made of gold, and the pendant bears the symbol of 2 hands cupping the sun. You think that this inventor may have also been a devout of Lathander, or Hamlet, one of the two, like Copper was.
So we'll take that. And then we'll take a look at the gyroscope closely.
I want to find a picture for you. There will be a picture of it, I'm sure. Where are you? Sorry, folks. We're just about. Oh, here we go. Yes, we're just about done here. I just want to show and get to a nice spot here. Boop. There it is. Okay, so how are you investigating this?
Well, we're first looking at it cautiously. Yeah. Seems to. If this was what we heard, it's the thing that killed this gnome.
I also before you touch it, I want to give you a touch of Death Ward, because a dead thing was holding that, and I don't feel safe touching that. So I'm giving Tone Death Ward.
So you're over next to him.
Yeah. Sorry, I haven't just moved my thing, but yeah.
Yeah, please. Yeah, keep your tokens where you are.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm going to give myself a touch of Fox's cunning.
The two of you, by the way, standing there, that area of floor is very creaky and like makes.
Oh, okay.
And so you're kind of moving around cautiously, but nothing happens because, unfortunately, I did check all of your character sheets, and none of you are heavy enough to go through the floor. But there is.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll just give
inspiration
them
for
that touch and
Sayala.
then-
Thank you.
Back it up a little.
Hans loves D&D is giving you inspiration, Sayala.
Thank you.
I give myself a touch of Fox's cunning so that I feel smarter.
Cheers, Hans. Oh, okay.
And
So, sorry, are you just looking at this on the ground?
I'm looking at it on the ground first, cautiously, before kind of picking it up with like a rag and setting it onto the table.
Okay, let me just go to Shadow for a second.
I'll yell at Shadov, like, Shadov, you got this. You can open that door. Inspiring.
Woot woot.
add a D4 to your next ability check or attack roll or saving throw.
Nice.
Saving throw, just in case. D4 just for that saving throw, just in case.
Nice. So yeah,
Did you have
Shadov,
that
as you
armor?
open that door, very, very efficiently and successfully, you find that this room contains a fireplace and 2 empty bookcases to your left and right there. Tacked to the walls and strewn across the floor are frost-covered blueprints. Face down on the floor, next to one of the blueprints, is a tiny man made of clay.
I'd like to investigate a tiny man.
Well, with Mame's blessing, please make me an Arcana check.
Oh, not very smart in that one.
Add a D4.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, if you've got them, folks.
Oh.
Let them fly. You have heard tales of these creatures and always been fascinated by them despite your lack of arcane knowledge. And you recognize this to be a homunculus.
Oh, shit.
Now, a homunculus are often used by wizards and things as little helpers and familiar kind of type things. But you also remember reading in your various researches into the topics that if their master dies, they also die. And this one is dead.
Was the snowman a homunculus?
No, that was a... What was it called? Oh crap, what was it called? A simulacrum. Simulacrum.
Okay,
Simulacrum.
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, unfortunately. Did not survive. The Candlekeep Mysteries crew have had the opposite experience of this. They found 2 alive homunculuses when they thought the wizards were dead. So it means the wizards are alive somewhere, because the homunculuses are still alive. Anyway, so yes, that's what you find in that room there. Mami, what you do? Apart from doing inspiring words towards Shadov and his door opening.
I will go down this way very carefully.
Okay. There's a corridor, yeah?
And I will do the unspeakable and open the door myself to the one above me.
Shadov, you hear a creaking of a door opening without your supervision. Boop. And Mum, as you peer through there, you see, as you open that door, a stiff wind blows through the broken window in the east wall, causing the tattered grey curtains to billow and flap like angry ghosts. Snow covers a bed and much of the surrounding floor. This room seems to be disused.
And then I'll look down to myself here and be like, should I open this door or should I wait for Shadov to open the door? I Shadov, I think there's this door you need to open.
Okay.
I'll be on my way.
Back to Toln and Soyala. Toln, what you do?
So he set it on the table, and he's gotten out his tinker's tools, and he's kind of using them to prod it and try to figure out what he can about how it works and how it malfunctioned.
Well, let me just head you off there for a second. Mummy, Shadov, as you are kind of exploring off in these other rooms, you see a glow, as if like a lantern had been lit from the main room. And Mama, you kind of assume it's Shadow's sword. It's like drawing it out as you're looking around here. And Soyala, as Toln reaches forward there and picks up the summer star in a rag, as mentioned. But as he brings it off the floor and starts it moving, the gyroscope-like rings kind of shift and move a little with the disturbance, and the core of that lump of coal glows with a golden radiance as bright as a candle flame, shining through cracks in the coal's surface. The light suddenly blossoms, becoming a 10-foot radius sphere of incinerating golden radiance centered on the device. And let me just make sure there isn't any cool sound effect for this, because I hope there is. That'd be cool. Is there? Sirenscape, did you? Yes. Okay. So, yes, Tom, as you pick this up, this light starts to shine, and Mame and Shadov, you kind of like peer through the door, and as they pick it up, this light suddenly just goes and spreads out 10 feet in radius, so completely engulfing the two of them. They disappear because it's so bright, and you can't see beyond what the shining light has been projected from this device. And as it starts to dwindle, and Mame, you come back out into the corridor there. You can step down the left one there. As the light dwindles down again, you see the scorched, still glowing dully red from the heat body of Tom, and a blackened tabaxi skeleton. And we shall stop there.
What?
What the hell? No! What?
Even with Deathborn? No? Okay.
Afraid not.
Okay.
What?
Good idea, though. Good idea.
Yeah.
What's happening? No. It's Tom? Soyala? Soyala!
And a massive thank you to my lovely players. And a massive thank you to everyone that's joined us. Yes, sorry, Gelatized. You did catch the most dramatic part. As we are going to stop there and leave Icewind Dale for this year. As that was our final session for the year. We will be taking a week off next week. But do not worry, you will be able to see what has happened and figure out what is going to happen to our adventurers here, as Rime of the Frostmaiden will be our first session back in the new year. Do join us January 4th for the next session of Rime of the Frostmaiden, as we see what has happened. Oh, Hans also dropped an inspiration for Mame. Thank you. I mean, I could have given us away.
What?
Thank you.
I don't know if that information's gonna help any there.
What the hell happened?
The Summer Star happened.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that thing at all. What the?
Okay. Thank you, everybody. And
Oh my god.
What the?
the?
We left the room for a minute and
Split the party. You could have all been together. maybe it was better to have left the room for a little bit. So, dear players, dear folks over there in chat as well, an absolute pleasure as always, and I am very much looking forward to our new adventures in the new year. A massive thank you to you all, those of you especially that were able to join us for the charity drive last week and that have spent all of this year with these Frostmaiden adventurers here. Thank you so much, and I cannot wait for the 4th of January when we can get back here to the Black Cabin and figure out just what is happening and what is going to happen as Shadov and Mame are left alone in the creaking charred structure. Now extra charred. So, my friends, a massive thank you to you all. Do join us. We have a couple more sessions before the end of the year. We will be playing Out of the Abyss and Barovia and beyond later in the week. Check the schedule for the times there. And then we'll be going on a brief holiday until we are back here in Icewind Dale. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure to see you as always. And we shall see you all very soon. But do stick around for the raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. But until next time, as we like to say around these parts, oyasuminasai. Bye everyone.
Yes, me.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yo, Toshio.
Yoe toshi o wakaete kudasai. Thank you.
良い年を。
来年もよろしく。